Right, we have a mega exciting update on the Golf project. So, safe to say, I am one happy chappy that this Golf, if anyone has followed the project, is now road legal, MOT, the brakes are all working. We had some serious brake issues with it. Its previous owner had bled the master cylinder dry and there was a huge airlock in the system which managed to get out. Well, it was an absolute nightmare, to be fair, and then it's been MOT'd, so it is running lovely now. I'll put a new battery on as well, so we've got none of those issues. The only slight issue I've got now is the gear selector cable still needs some minor adjustment or possible replacement because it is a little bit stiff to get into reverse still and it doesn't quite grab on first. Now, what I was told when I bought this car as a project that was, you know, technically a non-runner, was that it had already been remapped first stage up to about 220 brake-ish. It doesn't feel like it, so either I've got a boost leak somewhere or there's a vacuum problem. Now, I have noticed that there's one vacuum hose under the bonnet that in its position is actually kinked over on itself, which won't be helping anything. So I'm heading round to the local spares shop now just to grab a bit of vacuum hose so I can extend that hose and essentially replace it so I know that problem has gone and eradicated to start with. If I can take care of the obvious things, then obviously we know then we can start searching through and diagnose if anything bigger that might be there rearing its ugly head that we don't know about. But that said, it does sort of drive faultlessly. There's no lights on the dashboard, there's no horrible noises. I mean, it has been put on coilovers, so suspension's pretty good. It just doesn't feel like it boosts like a 220 brake car. It may just be because I'm used to that sort of thing, but you know, usually with 220 brake, you get a nice poke, it puts you back in your seat. Isn't quite doing that. It's still boosting, the turbo's still spooling, we can hear that, but it's not quite 100%. So, like I said, for anyone that's been following the build, the biggest update is that it's now actually on the road and running. And to be honest, I've got to say, for a 21-year-old car, it runs like a dream. It really does. And it's nice on the road, it gets down the road, everything's nice and tight, there's no sloppiness in the steering or suspension, and generally it drives really well. So for its age, I am super impressed. And we had Sam from Dual Auto Care come out and clean this, and he has done a spectacular job. It's like getting into a new car almost, even though that is the plan going forward with it, to make it like a brand new Mark IV. That's going to involve a lot more work, but I'm going to enjoy it for a little bit first, have some fun on the road, and essentially just smoke around in it for a bit before I actually do that. But I do want to make it faster in the meantime. So, as far as I'm aware, it's still got the standard turbo on. Now, I need some of you guys in the comments, some of you VAG guys that are really experienced with these 1.8 turbo lumps. What's the best way to make it faster? Am I better off going for like a KO4 turbo? Am I going to go for like full hybrid setup, you know, with all sorts of controllers and things? What's the best way to do it in your experience to get, say, 3,500 brake horsepower, which is kind of where I want it to be. I think that'll be the sweet spot for it. So anyway, I'm going to crack on and go get this vacuum hose. We'll swap that over, see if it makes any difference. But in the meantime, get in the comments. Let me know about making this quicker. Also, let me know any hints and tips you've got for any that you've had that haven't quite been boosting right and what you've done to solve it. So for now, subscribe as always. It means a huge amount. It pushes our channel forward. It means we can keep bringing content to you. And drop a comment below and smash a like on this video if you wouldn't mind. Peace out. We'll see you in the next one.